Good afternoon and Jai Hind students of class 8th. Today I am going to teach history, chapter number 7, civilizing the native, educating the nation, and my topic is report of William Adam about local schools, and the second topic is introduction of new rules and routine in the local school by the British government. So, before studying about the report of William Adam about local school, first of all, we have to study what we have studied till yet. We have studied about William Jones' Orientalist ideology, in which they were giving respect to the Indian culture, tradition, sacred text, and converting it into the English form, sending it to the West, means Europe, so that people came to know about the rich heritage and culture of India. In the second phase, we have studied about William Jones and Thomas Babington Macaulay, who regularly criticized the Orientalist education and wanted to introduce education for the commerce. And we have studied about education for the commerce, which was introduced through the Wood's Dispatch in 1854 in India. One more thing I just want to add up, which is given in the colored column in your book. It's the demand for the moral education. So not only Britishers who had introduced the education for commerce, but along with this, everywhere the Christian missionaries in India in 19th century, they wanted the education should attempt to improve the moral character of the people. And to increase the morality, they wanted to give Christian education to the Indian people too. So till 1813, the East India Company was opposed the missionary activities in India because they were fearful that the different religious communities like Hindus, Islamic, Buddhist, Jainist, Sikh will not accept the Christian education and somehow they will be against of us. It feared that the missionary activities would provoke reaction amongst the local population and make them suspicious of British presence in India. But slowly, it happened that the missionaries set up the mission at the Srirampur in an area under the control of a Danish East India Company. A printing press was set up in 1800 and a college established in 1818. Over the 19th century, missionary schools were set up all over India. After 1857, the British government in India was reluctant to directly support missionary education because 1857 revolt, if you all have studied in 5th chapter, you came to know that responses of Indian communities towards social reforms introduced by the British. And somehow it was also the major cause for the 1857 revolt. So after 1857, British government had opened the missionary schools all around the India, and in these schools, students not only getting English education or education for commerce, practical uses of education, even they were studying in such an environment that entering in the school, the building was visualizing the effects of church, and the teachers and choral prayers, everything, it was changed, and it was introducing Christianity within the students of a very short while age. So now we have to understand our topic, the report of William Adam about local school. My dear student, it's a human tendency. We often criticize people and we think ourselves superior after criticizing the people. We think ourselves as the superior when we show someone below than us. So same as British were doing, they were, first of all, they had done the survey. William Adam was the Scottish missionary whom had toured the district of Bengal and Bihar, and he had prepared one report on the education system, medieval period education system in India. So after criticizing our education system, then they will introduce new rules and routine in the local schools like madrasas and pathshalas. So William Adam report says that 1 lakh pathshalas in Bengal and Bihar, these were the small institutions and not more than 20 students were per school wise, and in this according 20 lakh students were involved in the studying pattern. But these institutions were set up by the wealthy people or local community or the teacher by itself or gurus. Okay, so now we'll study what kind of William Adams report presents in front of us about the school system before British or pre-British time. The system was totally flexible according to the William Adams. Schools or pathshalas or madrasas, there were no fixed fee, no printed books, no separate school building, no benches, chairs, no blackboards, no system of separate classes, no attendance register, and even all the age group people can sit in under the banyan tree and get the teachings. Teachings generally given orally, no textbooks were there, no chapter division were there. So students were free to study. It was not the compulsory education introduced on those days. So students, it depends on the children only whether they wish to study or not. If they don't wish to study, nobody was there to compel them. And study, education was based on religious system. Like Hindu students were studying in the pathshalas, Sanskrit pathshalas, and that too, you know that Hinduism follow Varna system. So accordingly, the caste-wise schools were opened, and that same caste students were going in that schools. Other caste students were not allowed to enter in the school. So teachings were oral, and the guru decided what to teach in accordance with the needs of the students. Students were not separated into the different classes. All of them sat together in one place. The guru interacted separately with the groups and of children with different levels of learning. Adam discovered that the flexible system was suited to the local need. This flexible system of education in India was suited to the local needs. Like whenever children were busy in the harvesting season to help their parents, they were not coming to the schools, and schools were not opening on those days. This means that even children and peasant family could study after the harvest season. So now we'll study the flexible education system which was there in the India before pre-British time. Now how Britishers had interfered in this education system and changed the rules and regulations in these schools and introduced the new rules and regulations for the students. So my next topic is new rules and routines in local schools by the British. So mid of the 19th century means 1850s. The British were focused for the higher education, less interfered in the local schools. So they were thinking about the colleges, missionary schools, but they didn't interfere in the local schools made up of pathshalas or madrasas. They were not interfering. But after 1854, company decided to improve the system of vernacular education. Here, vernacular education means the schools, madrasas and pathshalas open up in the different languages around the India. So these Varna schools were different. They were giving the teachings and study pattern based on their languages. So British governments now decided after 1854 not to educate the student in terms of education for commerce or missionary school concept in the university level, even to begin it from the local level where the poor children also study the English language, learn the etiquette manner and can change their taste, desires and values at a local level. So 1854, the company decided to improve the system of vernacular education, imposing routines, establishing rules and ensuring regular inspections. It appointed a number of government pundits. Each were in charge for 4 to 5 schools, and the task of the pandit was to visit the pathshalas and try to improve the standard of teaching. So teacher as inspectors were appointed. You know that it is today also it is there. CBSE inspections always falls on. You all have noticed in your school also the few CBSE inspections after 5 years or after 10 years happens. So similarly, this trend was begun up by the British, and they were sending the scholar pundits which they were appointing and every month or after every 2-3 months these pandits were regularly entering in these schools to check the record whether the schools are running on the British norms properly or not. Each guru was asked to submit periodic reports. It was not earlier present, and my dear children, let me tell you one thing. Today also we the teachers in India, we are submitting our periodic reports or periodic week-wise lesson plans and all that. This system began up in India during the British time, this time. So each guru was asked to submit the periodic reports and take classes according to the regular timetable. No teaching based on textbook and learning to be tested through a system of an annual examination. So very happy news. You all might be thinking of those days when children were not supposed to give the examination, but Britishers had introduced this. Okay, they given the teachings to the students based on the textbooks, chapter wise division of different subjects, and the learning was always tested through the annual examinations. So now the students were supposed to give the periodic test, annual examination, half-yearly examinations too during the British time. The students were asked to pay regular fee. This was the problem with this new rules and regulations. Earlier, the fee system was not imposed on the poor student, and fee system was according to the parents' capability. So only rich parents were paying more and more fees. Poor parents were not paying fees. Not a single time even the teacher were asking from the poor parents to pay the fees. Now, for the student it was compulsory to pay the fee, attend the regular classes, sit on a fixed seat. New uniforms were introduced and obey the rules and of discipline. And if they were not obeying, they found that they have less of interest in studies or to get the education. Now we'll study the problem with this new education system which the people faced, and they were not ready with this. They were not happy with this. New rules were supported through the government grants. So the teachers, the guru and the workers who were willing to support the British education, they were getting the government grants. Those who did not wish, they were not even getting the affiliation to open the school. It was difficult for the guru who wanted to retain their independence to compete with the government aided pathshalas, because these gurus were not recognized as the teachers, and the student who were studying in with these gurus, they were not called as the class passed students. They were counted as that they haven't passed the classes until and unless they were not studying in the British schools. Earlier, children from poor families being able to go to Pathshala since the new timetable was flexible. But the discipline of the new system demanded regular attendance. So children also started facing problem, parents also started facing problem because of the regular fee submission and because of the strict rules and discipline system of the schools, because regular attendance was required. And during the harvest season, when these children were not coming to the school, somehow they got the TC or they were counted as indisciplined students, those who lack of desire to learn. So these were the bad thing with the new rules and regulations which compels. Till today we have these kind of problems in our education system. Till today parents somehow feels awkward in the increasement in the fees. Somehow till today the students thinks that why the examination being conducted after every month, why we are supposed to examine by the teachers, by the society after annual exams. But this whole trend began up from the British time. It's the part of their education system. Thank you. Jai Hind and bye bye.